Do not let your home inspector skip this step. Everyone knows when you buy a house, you should get a home inspection. And in some situations, I see home inspectors skipping a crucial part. I'm a loan officer. I help people get mortgages to buy houses and sometimes refinance. And what I'm talking about is an inspection of the attic. So the inspector's job is to inspect the house from the top of the house to the bottom of the house, interior and exterior. Why sometimes the attic becomes a problem is when you go to the top level of the house, you will find a panel. It'll typically be in a bedroom or in a hallway, and that's the access to the attic. Now, in some cases, the inspector can reach up, pull the panel down. There's a set of stairs. They can walk on up into the attic and do a full inspection. In other cases, the panel is set in a way where the inspector has to get a ladder underneath the panel, climb to the top of the ladder, push the panel up, move it over, and then hoist themselves into the attic in order to do a full inspection of the attic. And in some cases, the inspectors don't really want to do that, or they can't physically get into the attic from the top of the ladder. So what they do is something called a head and shoulders inspection. They basically stick their head and shoulders up there, look around, and say, okay, this attic looks good. Also, in some cases, what you find if the house is older and been painted many times, the actual panel can be painted shut. And so what the inspector has to do is has to get onto the top of that ladder, take a utility knife, score it around the panel so that the paint doesn't get destroyed, and then push the panel up so they can get into the attic. And they might not want to do that because they say, well, we're going to damage the house and the paint. But it's required for the full inspection. If your inspector doesn't get inside the attic, you might find that there's things like leaking. You might find that you have raccoons, bats, mice, not enough insulation. All kinds of stuff can be wrong in the attic. And it's critical that if the inspector doesn't have access to the attic the easy way, he still gets into the attic the hard way. He doesn't skip that step.